Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you that old school fried cabbage recipe that your grandmama knew and your aunties know, and now honey, you're going to know it too. I love cabbage this time of year because they are nice and sweet. When cabbage goes through a period of chill, like during winter or early spring, it actually gets a little bit sweeter. So I really love cabbage this time of year as opposed to having it in the summer. But you know what? I eat cabbage year round. I am going to cut my cabbage in half, and then I'm going to take out that triangular core. That part is really tough and sometimes bitter. Then I'm going to cut my cabbage into about a half of an inch or maybe a fourth of an inch pieces. You don't want it too thick or else your cabbage is going to be too crunchy, and you definitely don't want it too thin because baby, I don't want to eat no baby food. Okay, all that mushiness. Don't like that. Then I'm going to place my cabbage in my colander and I'm going to rinse it out at my sink. The next thing I'm going to do is start to prep my peppers. I love to use some vibrant colors like orange or red because it's going to add a nice contrast to all the green from the cabbage, and it will add a nice sweetness to it as well. I'm also going to prep one onion and I'm going to put it in slices. You don't want to do a small dice for this because this is going to simmer for a little bit and I don't want it to break down and get mushy. The last thing I'm going to prep is 8 ounces of bacon. Yep, that good old Piggly Wiggly. Now, you can also use turkey bacon. It doesn't have as much fat, so you're going to need to add a few tablespoons of butter. But y'all, just don't tell people how much bacon in here. But it is going to make it taste real, real good, okay? Now, in my Dutch oven, I am going to add my bacon and I'm going to just cook it until the fat is rendered. Then I am going to remove the bacon and place it to the side. Even though I ain't in the fat-free group, okay, I don't really play with that, but it is a little bit much grease for me. So I'm just going to remove some and save that for another recipe. But you can leave as much as you like. Then I'm going to put in my onion and my peppers, and I'm going to saute these just for about 1 minute. Then I'm going to put in about half of a tablespoon of garlic and just toast that for a few seconds. For my spices, I'm using garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of dried thyme, sugar, and smoked paprika. But you can use anything that you like. Then I'm going to put in my cabbage. Now at this point, my eye was running really hot. This is one reason why I don't like an electric stove. Because since I'm baking in the oven, the eye is also getting hotter than it should be, even though it's technically on low. So I am going to be putting in about 2 to 3 cups of water because all that water is just evaporating so quickly. But most of you should only need about 1 cup or so, especially if you're simmering this on low. I'm going to mix my cabbage after about 5 minutes to make sure the bottom is not burning. That's really important because it'll add a bitter taste if those onions and those peppers start to burn. I really like my cabbage to still have a little bit of a bite to it, okay? I don't really want it, soft, mushy, grandmama with no teeth style. Not for me. So in total, I only cooked this cabbage for about 20 minutes. I know some people like theirs really soft, so you can really simmer this up to 45 minutes if you like. I add the bacon in about the last 5 minutes of cook time before I adjust the seasonings because the bacon is so salty. You definitely want to know where the salt levels are before putting in something like Vegeta or chicken bouillon or Creole seasoning. And y'all, that is it for my cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. This was so delicious. It had a great flavor. Let me know if you're going to make this.